Hi, this is Kathy Campbell with Coldwell Banker Realty. We are here today with an organizing guru, Kelly Miller with Home Free Organizing. Kelly is a specialist in helping people declutter and organize their homes. And we've asked her to offer one of her favorite tips today, and we're going to talk about packing and unpacking, right?
That's right, that's right. This is my world premiere introduction of my 1, 2, 3 easy moving system, only here on the Kathy Campbell Network.
I love 1, 2, 3 easy.
That's right,
Teach
that's
me,
right.
teach me, please.
Okay. The reason this system is so effective is it's a great way to cull your belongings. It's a really great way to start in your new home as an organized place. It's where it really shines is moving into someplace new.
So what I see most often is people call in either a moving company or their family and friends to help them pack, and often things get haphazardly packed, and then
Yes.
it takes them months to unload. So
True.
that's something that can help.
Well, hopefully you have a few weeks to do your packing kind of in an organized way, but since Kathy is so efficient and good, it might be a rush.
Okay.
So here is just what you need to know. What you need to do, number one, well, if you have time, number one, go through your home and get rid of all the trash. And that's
Trash and unwanted items.
Trash, unwanted items, things that you regret buying, don't take that with you. Just forget about that.
Is this one of those things we look at and we say, does this bring me joy?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. You did that with me. You organized my office, and I didn't actually cry a time or two. I was like, can I part with this? It's not easy. What you're saying.
And you don't want to bring things that with you that have a negative memory.
Okay.
Like that's just a weight that you don't want to carry forward. But here is our 3, 2, 1. So when you're packing, start with your number 3s. And your number 3 is things that you do not need for 3 months. If you start with the kitchen, that should be labeled kitchen.
Okay.
But most important is number 3. You don't really need to label a kitchen or whatever. But number 3, that's important. So say you put in, an air popper, your heart griddle, and your dehydrator, right? Those are not things that
more holiday or seasonally oriented.
Yes, whatever,
okay.
Things that are just occasional. Or say if it's a bath, a foot bath, extra towel, shower curtain, heating pad, things that you don't use very frequently, but we all have them, we own them. What's important is, this sounds maybe scary because when we're moving into a place, we want to move quickly, right?
Yeah.
And we want to get things settled and put away. But if you do this, you will feel so much more organized in your house because you can put things away the way they need to be put away. So tell the movers, whoever they be, to put all of the number 3s against the wall in the garage.
Okay.
You are not going to pay attention to those. And that's going to be probably half your house, right? So number 1, that's going to leave you not such a jumbled mess inside when you're unpacking. So you're just kind of doing it in stages.
Okay.
And number 2, here's the important thing. You have to label everything in this box. This is where it came from. I find it easier to label where it came from so that you can see in your mind's eye exactly what
kind of what
is.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you determine if that's where you want to go.
So when you're getting to your number 3s, hopefully like a month or even 2 or even 3 later, you can look and you can say, oh, look, here's my air popper that I haven't unpacked. You know what? I haven't really missed that. I'm going to open that and I'm going to DI that.
Don't even bring it into the house.
Don't even bring it into the house.
Okay, second round of donating to Salvation Army
So
or
yeah,
DI or what.
if you do this, it allows you to live without these items that you don't have a high usage and it gives you the opportunity to realize, oh, maybe I don't need that.
I love it.
And maybe I can live without that because I love how much more space I have in my kitchen because I'm not storing these things that I really don't use.
And this is especially helpful if you're downsizing. If you need to limit the items you're bringing into your new home, this is a great system. I love it.
The key to organizing is less stuff.
I love
So
it.
that's the key to your number threes. That's what you do with your number threes.
Okay.
Then you pack your number twos, which are things that you can go 2 weeks without. So we're gonna say, all right, this I packed from my living room bookcase, the left shelf. So when you label things very specifically like that, in your mind you can see
Visualize it clearly.
what was on that shelf. You know kind of what was there, but you're labeling, you know, my blue vase, my DVDs, my coffee table books, things like this
Okay.
that you think you still need or that you use, you have out, you know, decorative things. And these label really well because you will want the movers to place them kind of in the room, but you can have it towards the wall. You know, it's not like you don't have to jump into this.
Okay. So 2 in the room that you want it to go to.
2
where it
is
came
in
from,
the room,
but not immediate access.
but you don't have to open
Okay.
it straight away. If you're in a rush, if your family is helping you, if you're like, I've taken so much time with this, you label these number 1. And these are things that you pretty much need the next day,
Okay. Okay.
right? Like if you don't want to, you kind of don't even have to label them other than like the place, because you can just look at that and say, ooh, that's a number 1. I know that's stuff that I use, that I access, that I'm gonna need right away. This will make you feel settled faster because you don't have to unpack everything. You unpack your number 1s.
And so the ones, when the movers bring it in, you're saying put this in the middle of the room or
Yeah,
where
exactly.
it was easily accessible.
Mhm.
Okay.
With this move,
Okay.
you're moving into an empty home. That means that every cupboard is available. There are a lot of empty spaces. You can put anything anywhere.
You don't have to do it exactly like the home you just
You
came
don't have to
from.
do exactly like the home you just came home. However, what you do need to do is give your things a good home. If you can think about it, if you can take the time to think about where is this most useful? Where is this most helpful? Where do I access this the most?
The easiest place.
The easiest
Okay.
place to access. So for most people, right, think of putting things away as kind of a bullseye. You know, like
Which we would be different because yours.
Exactly.
So my bullseye might be lower
Yours is
than
lower.
yours. Okay.
so go between your eye and your waist. Like
Okay.
this, the top drawers, the lower cupboards, these are where you're gonna wanna put the things that you use the most.
And
Right.
that's it, like my spouse, we put his things at a higher level because he can access them, and I'm
Perfect.
usually down low because
Right.
that's where I can go.
Yeah, but when you start with your number 1s,
Okay.
it's easier to place them where they belong, where they make the most sense, where you can access them the easiest.
And that way you're only putting them away one time
Yes,
instead of rearranging them.
yes,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Okay.
If you can unpack slowly, if you can stand it mentally, which is why it's good to have the number 3s just in the garage, because you're not really seeing those every day. It's not cluttering up your space.
You can still be clean and at peace in your home early on without
Yes.
unpacking everything.
Yes, yes. So you put your number 1s away. Then you get out your number 2s. These are your kind of second tier, 2-week items. And you put those in the next spaces. So for you, it would be lower,
Okay.
kind of, right? Kind of waist down to the floor. For me, a lot of times it's above the number 1s because I'm tall with long arms and I can reach things up high.
That makes
And
sense.
so you find, or it can be both, a mixture of both. So you put those away, but again, considering where they're most useful, where you need the access, put like items together when you can. So you want to not just put things where there's space. You want to put things where it makes sense and they belong.
I like that.
So my exception is scissors and tape. You can have those everywhere.
Okay.
There and there.
Every
there,
room,
and
yeah.
there. Scissors and tape. So then, hopefully, you can wait another month or till you can breathe a little bit.
Okay.
And then you address the number threes.
Bring in the number threes.
Yep.
Okay. And then we go through that process, like you said. Is this important? Can I give it away?
Right.
Maybe you're out of space.
Maybe you're out of space. Maybe you realized, I thought I needed that and I don't.
Okay.
Or maybe you are like, I missed you. I'm welcome home.
I love it.
I'm not saying get rid of anything, but if you can 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, okay? 3 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, and then unpack it 1, 2, 3.
Reverse order.
Yep.
That's a great tip. Isn't she awesome?